Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new chapter or season of Be Bold, Why Not? You are watching and listening to Season 8, Episode 1, and I'm your host, MJ Concepcion. We are officially back. 7 seasons of breakthroughs, risks, and why not moments have led us here. So this season, we're not just talking about boldness, we are living it louder than ever. And whether or not you've been with us since season 1 or you're just joining the family today, I know that you're going to have the best stories here at Be Bold, Why Not? So you are watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, stream.lawin.live, and twitch.tv. And to all our viewers from the Philippines, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. I know you've missed us and we are back, bigger, better than ever. So before we dive in, I know that you're all excited to send in your comments because we have a game every episode of Be Bold, Why Not? Let's show them the mechanics.
How to join the game. Watch the live show and join the conversation. Share your thoughts or experiences by commenting during the show. Like, share, and tag at least 3 friends in the comment section to qualify for a chance to win a prize. Participate actively. The more comments you leave, the higher your chances of winning. All participants will be eligible for the prize. The winner will be selected using the Wheel of Names randomizer.
There you go. So to all our viewers, make sure to give your comments. You tag your friends, as many as you can, and you will have more chances of winning a special prize at the end of the show. And it's because it's our first episode of season 8, we're going to give away 4 prizes tonight with the generosity of our special guest. So we are brought to you again by Lawin Media Network. Thank you so much, Attorney Eileen and Attorney Orly, for bringing this show to all our viewers. You are truly making a big difference in the lives of our viewers all over the world. Yes, we've been growing in the show and we can't wait to bring you season 8. And let's get into our guest. You know, she's very special because she has a beautiful story as an entrepreneur, and now she's also a leader of one of the most prestigious organizations in the greater Houston area. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I want her to be the one to tell you more about her story, and I just want you to listen because her story is just very empowering, very inspiring, and I'm so blessed and privileged and honored to have on our first episode of season 8 of Be Bold, Why Not? No other than Gemma Gulaksin. Let's get her in. Come on, Gemma. There you go.
Good evening, MJ. Good evening, everybody. Good evening,
Wow.
Philippines. Good evening, USA. Good evening, everyone.
Yes, you seem to be so ready and you're just as bright as ever. Look at
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm so glad that you actually accepted our invitation. It's an honor for me and I'm so happy to have you serve the chamber again alongside with you. But before we get to our focus of the story tonight, which is your leadership of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Greater Houston Region, we would like to know you more, or first personally, like where you from in the Philippines, so you can also shout out to all your kababayans wherever part of the country you came from, because we have a lot of viewers from the Philippines.
Awesome. My dad, the Villamor family in Cebu, and then my mom from Bohol, the
Mhm.
Pagalan family. But growing up in Manila, already in Caloocan City. So, hello everybody, Bohol, Visayas, Cebu, and Manila.
Okay, so that's right. You just came from two different regions of the country, right? From Visaya and from Luzon, which is Greater
Right.
Manila region. Yeah.
Yes, that's
So
correct.
to all our kababayans there, you're watching our beautiful guest, Gemma Villamor Gulacsen. Yes, Gemma. So you you've been in the US for how long? Can you tell us how long you've been here?
Um, so I came to America through marriage. So we
Mm-hmm.
came here 2007. So that is over
About
17.
19 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
It's been a while. It's been a while. America brings a lot of positivity and hopes, especially
Mhm.
boldness. Yes, definitely.
Yes, absolutely. I agree to that. Because, moving from a country like the Philippines, which is a small country in Asia,
Hmm.
to a big country, well, one of the superpowers in the world, which is United States. I mean, that
Yeah.
was a big step. Truly, truly needed courage and boldness to do that. But let's talk about first, your from the Philippines, your experiences, your childhood, and all that before you met your beloved who brought you to the US, right? So
It's
tell us about your upbringing. Like what kind of family did you come from?
I'm the eldest among five children of a couple who were basically the impoverished family of
Mhm.
Bagong Silang. So shout out to GK Gawad Kalinga USA with family, and my family is still there in Caloocan City, um, as a part of dreaming and making things happen as the eldest. So I went to Singapore and work. That's 1990. Very brave. I don't know what
Mhm.
it is out there, but somehow find a job and find a man in Singapore. So that's just the short of the story I can tell you.
Short
Because
version of the story. Yeah.
growing up, we are poor. We we don't know what tomorrow going to be. We take one meal at a time. In the province in Mindanao, where I was born, my parents are farmers.
Mhm.
Dad sometimes when the rice field are growing, there's no harvest yet. Mom and dad would be mining gold up in the mountain. So in the early age, I'm already a leader for my siblings. So I'd be cooking food for them because weeks mom and dad will be away. Mom and
Mhm.
dad are gone for a week. So
Mhm.
it's a very bittersweet to remember where I come from, and it keeps me grounded because looking back, man, my
Mhm.
life is so sad. But
Mm. Mhm.
God have led me to where I am now. I'm a little bit like I always feel sad looking back of my life, but sad but happy because
Mhm.
along the way I know there is the greater power that lead me to where I am now. So I'm
Mhm.
very grateful, and I am here to serve and to give back as one of those people who accepted gifts from others growing up. Oh gosh, kind of Make me cry.
Oh my God. I didn't mean to make you cry or be emotional. But this is what makes this show really great, because our guests' authenticity really shows, and it inspires our viewers, because I know that there are a lot of our viewers who are going through tough times. And your story, my story, we are here to help those that are going through to the same things that we have experienced growing in the Philippines.
Yes.
You know, our country, unfortunately, is a third world country. Poverty, it's a poverty stricken country, unfortunately. And it's been going on for decades or centuries, maybe.
Mhm.
So there's so much power in stories, because you never know
Mm.
who's listening to your story right now, and whoever is listening is being inspired and learning from the lessons that you can share. So
Thank you.
just that, it's worth. And I appreciate you boldly sharing it, because not everybody tends to really accept the truth, or not everybody seems to want to share their vulnerabilities. We have our own weaknesses, we have our own strengths, and sometimes we don't want to accept that we go through hard times, because we want this image to show that we are
I've
strong. It's
I believe
okay to be, yeah.
Yeah, I believe differently because where I came from, what the experience that I had makes me a better person, makes me me, and I guess all of us in this world have a purpose.
Mhm,
So all of us came across each other with a purpose.
mhm,
What we are doing, what you are doing, what I'm doing, it's a given purpose for all of us. So I am very grateful still, despite
mhm,
looking back, and it's a little bit overwhelming sometimes, where I still go back to the Philippines and give back and feed the
mhm,
poor and give some slippers to the kids who don't have slippers on the streets, and buy them Jollibee burger, and they're so happy. It gives me that overwhelming, grounded thankfulness behavior and attitude towards life. And I am not shy growing up poor, because I think
mhm,
that's why I am me. That makes me
mhm,
me. I
mhm.
wouldn't trade that for the world. I wouldn't trade that for the world. And I
Oh,
love my
me too.
country.
Me too, Gemma. I can totally relate with you, because I grew up poor myself. I mean, I'm not kidding. I think I've said it over and over in this show. Literally, we were homeless. We didn't own anything,
Mm,
nothing, not even a land or a pot, or a land in a pot. They said, diba?
yeah,
Nothing. And I'm not shy to admit that too,
yeah.
because it's when we admit and we know the truth, and that
Mm,
we're not scared to share the truth,
mhm.
that people will show or will see the authenticity in our heart. And that's how we testify about God's greatness in this world, because he had moved us from this to this, and every little progress, no matter how big or small blessing that we get from God, we are very grateful, right? So
Yes,
it gives us a
definitely.
different perspective. So let's boldly share. I mean, there's nothing wrong
Why
with
not?
yes, that's why we're here in this
Yes,
show.
definitely. Yeah. I
Yeah.
encourage everybody who are out there in the Philippines, and you think your life sucks right now, and you think that you're down below the bottom of the barrel, but think about it. When you're down, there's no other way but up.
But to go up.
Yes, so
Yes.
just just dream and believe in yourself, and believe that God is always with you. I think I try to balance my life now that I'm kind of passing through the golden years, and this year I'm going to be gone from the golden years. I'm already on my first year of the not golden years. I try to balance my life of
Mhm.
spiritual, my journey and my spiritual journey, how can I improve myself? Humility is the hardest lesson to kind of practice. Understanding others, even though it's so hard to understand them, and loving them despite they're so unlovable. It's kind of my
Yes.
I try every day of my life to make sure I can be an inspiration to others and I can help others. So my opportunity with leading the chamber, the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce Greater Houston region, is such a blessing. And I know it's not easy to please everybody, and there's always people who disagree, and they don't want your light shining bright. I have a quote. But I know that in my heart, purely, intentionally, just want to serve others. So I'm peace.
And we'll talk more about that. Yeah,
Yes.
about your leadership in the chamber. And before we get there, and before we continue with your beautiful story, I'm already touched. I'm already learning a lot of
Aw,
things.
I know.
We have to go on our first break. See how time flies. We already finished the first segment of the show. So let's go on our short break. And when we come back, we will continue with our conversation with our beautiful guest. See you
Thank
after a
See you.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lon sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
We will bring you exclusive interviews with industry legends and rising stars. Behind the scenes insights and get a peek into the creative processes and personal journeys. Artists and performers and their upcoming shows and events.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel.
All right, we're back, and
We
let's
are
read
back.
first. We're back, and let's read. We have a lot of comments, so let's read the comments before we get to our guest. Good evening, ma'am. MJ, welcome. Be Well, Why Not Season A, watching from Pangasinan. That's from Recto. Recto. And then there's a lot of comments. I bet they really missed the show. Next. Okay, Daisel Miral Siaton. I miss you, Mom MJ. I miss you all too. And then Rosetta Arganilla Laurel. Good morning, Mom MJ. Good morning.
Wow, you're
Juanita Ikay
famous.
Dimos. Good morning po. Good morning to you as well. And then we have
Good morning.
Arceli Estariha. Hello, Mom MJ. Good evening, Texas. Watching from Pozorubio. We have Bernadette Requilman Ungria. Hello. Have a good day, Mom MJ. Hello to you. We have
Wow.
Rose Anbanyes Alvendia. Good evening po. Watching from Pangasinan. And then we have, I see a lot of comments here. Gila Navarro. Heart emojis. Thank you. Yeah, and then Bubbles Reyes, she's tagging friend. Hello, Mom MJ and Mom Gemma. Good evening, watching from the Philippines. That's from
Wow.
Francisco Ungria. And then, of course, we have Angelica De Vera. Good morning, Mom MJ, watching from Pangasinan.
Wow, you're famous,
have-
MJ.
I know, Gila Navarro. Good evening and good morning from the Philippines.
Yoo-hoo.
Para tayo I know, nag-a-announce sa Miss Universe. Arari
I know.
Kilman, they're tagging their friends. That's great. Tag all your friends. Good
Woo!
morning. Hello, Miss Gemma. Ooh.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Doors Garobo. And then we have Angelica De Vera. May bago na naman po kaming matutunan po. More inspiration, ma'am. Yes, definitely. I personally know Miss Gemma, and all I can say is that she is a one-of-a-kind woman. Truly remarkable person. Wow. And then
Wow.
we have Julia Reyes. Good morning, Ma'am MJ and Ma'am Gemma. Watching from Bugalon, Pangasinan.
Woohoo.
All right, May De Vera, you mentioned Jollibee, Miss Gemma. Bigla ako nag-crave, haha. But thank you so much for giving back to the community.
Thank
Yes,
you,
yes.
Trisha.
And then Ara Kilman Ungra, feeling ko may mapupulot ka talagang aral kay Ma'am Gemma. Well, absolutely. And then
Thank you.
Chloe Nicole Castro, may matutunan na naman po kami ngayong araw. Yes. All right. We have a lot of comments. Thank you
Wow.
so much. It shows that you missed us and I missed you all too. So, Gemma, so you kind of mentioned that even growing up, you already were used to leading the family, being the oldest in the
Mhm.
family.
Mhm.
So, having said that, can you share us the most important lessons you have learned from your parents? Being the oldest, and how did you manage to do all those roles, and what kind of inspiration did you get from your parents to continue on the role being the oldest?
Oh, that's tough because my parents, they're not well educated. So
Mm-hmm.
they're farmers, they're miners. I I can't really remember how. I think it's just the action. My parents had shown me how
Mm-hmm.
things are being done, and
Mm-hmm.
by just following their what they're doing, I learned from the action that they have
Mm-hmm.
show us what to do, how to do things. And there's in my family, there's no like, oh, good job, you did a good job, or I love you, or we're proud of you. There's no such inspiration or
Mm-hmm.
words that my parents would say to us. Silence always means that we're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess because they have learned those parenting technique from their parents as well, that just show them, okay, this at the end uh, you need to clean your dishes, you need to do the laundry, you need to study, you need to it's just given automatically. There's no instruction per se. It's like you
Mm-hmm.
just follow what is need to be done, like
Yeah, and that's great because there are parents, they just show it through action.
yes,
You
yes,
know, action speaks louder than
in
words.
words,
Even as
exactly.
parents, because even now, as parents, if we don't walk the talk, our
Mm,
kids won't listen. So I think it's better to walk the talk than talk and not do what you talk about or what you're saying. So
exactly.
I think that's really great because they didn't have to tell you what to do, but rather they had to show you what to do,
Right.
right?
They show
So
us
you
how to do
learned the
things.
responsibility just by seeing how responsible your parents were. Like they provided for the family, they worked hard.
Yeah.
So growing up, you already were seeing them role modeling what a parent should be.
Mhm.
So that's great. And that's really awesome.
It was
And
a
I know it,
tough life.
yeah.
Tough life. As a farmer, you
Mm-hmm.
plant the rice and then leave, I don't know how many months before this rice grow and you can harvest. In between, they're going to be hustling of what to eat, and like planting some vegetables and selling vegetables to the market. And as an eldest, I always want to go with mom, because going with mom to the market, that means I can eat the nice bread, I can have some ice cream or ice candy. There's no ice cream then. Ice candy, and I really like it. And how mom, you know, her very entrepreneurial spirit of telling me, okay, we would sell this, and this is how much we're going to sell, but if they want to buy it all, we can sell it this much, like the bargaining strategy at the young
Uh-huh.
age. I love to think back of my life living the farm,
Mhm.
where we have fish pond, where we just get the fish when we need ulam, or food to eat. We have hundreds of ducks, So we have, in a daily basis, we have lots and lots of eggs.
Uh-huh.
So, and then we have pig, we have cow, no, the carabao, and
Uh-huh.
then, yeah, and then our house is surrounded with vegetables. And
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
in my mind, I want to
God,
go back there. I want to grow old in that environment. Growing up, I thought, oh, we're so poor. We eat egg and fish and vegetable all the time. There's no, steak or no pork chops. And
like
it's
who
always grilled.
knows it?
It's always grilled, and because we don't really have money to buy oil, right? So you just grilled fish. You just boiled water for your vegetable. It's always steamed. And now that we're old, it's actually the best thing ever. You just grilled
And you
and
know what? If you
it's
think of it, you are actually so blessed because not everybody has that. You had all you need
yes.
just in your environment within reach.
Amen. Amen.
You had everything within reach. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So looking back, as you said, we
Mhm.
tend to appreciate now the simple life
Yes.
that we had.
Yes.
It's not,
Definitely.
yeah, the life that we have right now where there's so much stress that we have to work, like we really have to work to survive and to thrive in
Hmm.
this land of opportunities. It's
Yes.
like I feel the same way, Gemma. Like I just want to go home to the Philippines and just eat gulay every day. Like I would live. I can live with just eating malunggay, saluyot, or
Yes.
like simple living. That's what
Exactly.
matters now. It's like, why do we have to try to reach so much and acquire so much when life could be simple and we're just gonna be happy and content?
And on those days too, our neighbor is very
Mhm,
graceful, very helpful. So when
mhm,
mom and dad still not back in a week and we don't have rice to cook, I would go to the neighbor and ask them, can we borrow like isang takal na bigas? one one rice, I bring this thing, can you? And then I would make a half of it, half of the rice, and
mhm,
make a porridge out of it so that my
mhm,
brother and sister can eat. So in the small little gemma in the province, I already
uh-huh.
know how to find food. I know
Very
I can go and
true.
ask the neighbors some rice and I can cook porridge out of it. And it's
Yeah.
it's it's so peaceful, it's so peaceful
Mhm.
knowing that at that time, many years ago, that you can depend on your neighbor when you don't have anything. Like if we don't have pusporo, like the match to match the fire, you can run to the neighbor, can I borrow your pusporo? Or if you don't have wood to, because we cook through the wood, you don't have the
Yeah.
wood, you have wood but maybe it's wet, you can go to the neighbor and ask. It's such a wonderful scenario in my head that at that
Mhm,
time, growing
mhm,
up, that we can depend on our neighbor. I know our neighbor is far away,
mhm,
many how you call that, yung palayan,
mhm.
uh, not hectares, like a pod of rice, pod of rice field away, you
Mhm.
know. But they're there and ready to help. And
Yeah, I know. And the
now,
small communities are like that. So
yeah.
that is so amazing. I'm just now thinking to myself how we can really treasure life, even during the times that we thought that life was difficult, but looking
Mhm.
back, we were actually so blessed having supporting neighbors that we can depend on,
Yeah,
having things within our reach that here it's not easy to find.
yeah.
Now, at this current or modern world, that
Mm,
we have to really work hard to get
yes.
things. But anyway, Gemma, I know we're almost on our second, end of the second segment, but when we come back, we will talk about how you came about your business, because I know you've learned your entrepreneurial skill from your mom. See, even though they didn't say it, they didn't actually like tell you what to do, they modeled it. So you got your entrepreneurial skill, you got your leadership skill. Growing up, you actually were prepared to be where you are now, having all those experiences from your childhood, being the oldest,
Mhm.
leading the family, and following your parents' hard work and inspiration. You are who you are. And we are who we are because of
Uh,
those experiences that we have.
yeah.
So when we come back, we will talk about Gemma as the entrepreneur. All
All
right.
right.
See you after a little bit. All right, we're back. And before we continue with our chat with Gemma, let's read more of our comments. Okay, we have Joanna Beterina. I miss Mom MJ watching from Angels. Wow, or Angeles. Sorry, I said Angels. Angeles. Okay, now we have Juanita Likay Limos. Yes, ma'am, naalala ko po nung elementary po ako, lagi akong nangihiram ng posporo. Yeah. And then we have Densho Esteriha. Good evening, Texas. Mom MJ, Mom Gemma. Good evening to you as well. And then we have Evangeline Castaneda. Good evening, Texas. Mom MJ, Mom Gemma. And we have Evangeline again. Hello, Ma'am MJ, Ma'am Gemma. Watching from Manila. Bago lang po ako pero may natutunan na po ako sa inyo.
Aw.
Maraming salamat, Evangeline. And then Rosel Carganilla Laurel. Watching from Barangay Inoman, Pusurubio, Pangasinan. Wow. And then Ara Requilman Ungria, nakakamiss naman yung ganitong usapan pagkadating ng Martes. Yes. And we're back. So briefly lang, Gemma, because I know you mentioned about how you met Rolf, the love of your life. So
Mm.
briefly, just and we want to say hi to Rolf. Good evening, Rolf.
Good evening, husband.
Yeah. So briefly, tell us how you met, because I know Rolf would, of course, you came to the U.S. by marriage. So tell us about your beautiful love story, just for the viewers to get to know about it a little bit.
So Rolf is from Norway. So a
Mhm.
best friend of mine, Alma, married to a Norwegian. And at that time they always want to match make me with their friend, as
Uh-huh.
I'm the only single left behind, right?
Mhm.
And I don't know, somehow when Alma introduced Rob to me, at first we just emailing each other, and then ended we're talking to each other, and then
Mhm.
it just feels right. So we're
Mhm.
married. We are married for 22 years now, and since the beginning,
Mhm.
we did not fight or argue. It's
Mhm.
beautiful when God give you a man, and it's
Mhm.
perfect. It's like I have a perfect husband, and I'm
Wow.
blessed. So I'm really blessed. So what happened is, email with the emailing system, dial up at the time, and dialing up, and there's no response. So then I use my best friends. They have at the time a broadband
Mhm.
Wi-Fi. So then I told Rob, just call me because I think it's not working with the email.
Uh-huh.
Then we talk and we talk, and then he was assigned by his company to be working in Singapore, and then there you go. The love story start, and a year
The
later,
rest is history.
yeah, a year later we get married, and that's it. So I really, but okay, for those who single out there, this is my
Okay.
tips to you. Okay, what I did, of course, there's drama in between, right? I'm already on my 30s, and I think I'm gonna go home to the Philippines and grow old by myself, and this kind of drama. And
Uh-huh.
then I ask God, I write it down. Dear God, this is
Mhm.
what, please send me the man that has a
Mhm.
blue eyes,
Okay.
go to work with a suit, because I read a book about positive thinking, and what you pronounce and tell the universe, it will make it happen, right? So
Yes.
I wrote it down. This is what I want for the partner of my life. Need to be blue eyes, because I'm crazy with blue eyes. And then it need to it need to go to work with a suit, because I'm always fascinated with a man in the suit.
Uh-huh.
Somehow something that captivate
Attracts you.
me. Yes, captivate me with this suit guy. And then I said, the rest, bahala ka na, Lord. Basta yun yung aking gusto.
As long as they have blue eyes and wear a suit. And
For
yeah,
suit to work.
you never see Rolf without a suit. I'm not kidding. Like every
And then I fold that letter. I put it in one of the picture frame.
uh-huh.
I forget about it. I pray this picture frame, Lord. Na, ayan na, bibigay mo na sa akin. To ha, sa akin na talaga to. Kaya parang kilig-kilig ka pa, kasi kunyari nandyan na it's in front of you, this man, this good-looking man that you're visualizing in your mind, blue eyes
Uh-huh.
in suit, and like, "Ooh, there's something in your stomach." And then I put it away. I forget about it. Guess what? 2 years later, Rolf come into my life, and boom, that's it. So God
Wow.
answered prayers. God
Wow, that's
answered
the
prayers.
so to all our viewers, that's the best tip probably that you get tonight.
It
Write your ideal man, write it and fold it and put it away
Pray for it. Pray
and
for it.
pray for it.
Believe,
Of course.
believe that He will give it to
Yeah.
you. Yeah, that's the
Mhm.
key there. Pray for it. Believe that it's coming. So in visualize that this person is coming into your life, and you get so excited inside of you, and then be thankful, and then put it away, and He will give it to you. There's
Wow.
nothing that I ask God that He did not give it to me. Little something,
Wow.
little things.
Wow.
Sometimes, Lord, I'm so tired. Sakit-sakit na ng likod ko. Uh, Paano ba to? But then suddenly on Saturday, hala, Lord, bakit wala akong client this Saturday? Yung pala,
You asked for
pagpapahingahin
a
niya ako.
rest day?
You see, all the prayers are answered. It's just how we look at it. But I'm really very, very thankful of my life. It's
Wow.
amazing. I
That's
know people
beautiful.
probably don't see me like that, because I'm like, let's go do it. Let's just go do it. Like, no need to talk, just do it. I grow up doing things. So
Yes.
there's not much talking. Just for me, it's like the idea is there. Let's polish the idea, and let's just do it. So when God gave me the experience 7 years ago about, are we transitioning to natural?
Yeah. So let me just do a little bit of a segue.
Okay.
Okay. So now we talked about her love story, which probably is one of most exciting love stories I've ever heard.
Oh,
Yeah. So that is so amazing. And now let's go to your journey into your beautiful business. I know there's a story behind it. Why natural skin bar? Give us that story, because I know this is another inspiring and just really, it gives me goosebumps, if you hear about her story and why natural, what is the inspiration behind her spa. Tell us. Take it away, Gemma. Tell us the story.
So Rolf and we don't have kid. So somehow or other, I really like to give facial. When I go back home to the Philippines, I bring a mask and a scrub, and then it's gonna be a day spa for my family. I'm doing facial to everybody, and I was unhappy with my job at the time, and suddenly I had an accident. I had IPL, intense pulse light. It's kind of a laser to get rid of my pigmentation, and it gone bad. So I had second, third degree burn all over my face instead. So that experience, you see, that's IPL. That led me to think of, okay, let me just learn skincare so that I can apply it to myself. So I enrolled to be an esthetician or facialist in Ogo School. In 6 months, I finished the class and I was granted as the valedictorian. I just want to learn something to apply on myself, right? And then I I've like, okay, if I learn this, I would want to have a spa. I prayed for it long before about human nature products from the Philippines. These products are helping. It's a social enterprise. I learned these products through Gawad Kalinga USA. When we went there for a medical mission, I've encountered human nature and asked how can I be a distributor of human nature here in Texas, and I become one 10 years ago. And that pride me also, that prompt me to be in the beauty industry. And then with that experience that I have, I thought my life was over, but I think now looking at it, I was still grateful because despite of the experience I had, I become a better esthetician, a better skin specialist because of my experience. So at the end of the day, it's up to us on how we can make lemonade out of lemons, right? So despite of the bad experience, I turned it into a good one. But
Positive thing.
yeah, it's because if I did not experience the burn on my face, I probably would not be in the beauty industry. So sometimes in life, when God's purpose for you is somewhere else and you're like swimming against the current, life is definitely hard, and then he will nudge you in a direction that he want you to be. And then now with Natural Skin Bar, I love it. I enjoyed it. It's my clients are my friend. They come, they talk to me, they tell me stories about their life. It's such a fellowship for me. It's really it's not a job. So it's not really a job. It's more like a fellowship with my client, and I understand skin because of my experience. I know it's not one fits into another. So that's why Natural Skin Barn was born. And Natural is my baby because Rob and I we didn't have a baby together. So Natural is our baby, and now our baby is 7 years old, and with so much prayer, we are embarking into expansion and hoping that it will be for the community in Fulshire, and we will. I have the vision to serve the older clientele, where we would provide whole body scrubs for them, and massages and facials, just all wellness, all natural ingredients we use. So I'm blessed that despite the experience in the beginning on my face, I turn it into something greater than me. And now the business, it's sometimes it's just so amazing. It's just overwhelming. I'm just awed at how God works in our life. It's so powerful. And I'm thankful.
Yes, and you're right. God works in ways that we cannot even fathom or we cannot understand. But when we are there, when we are following the path that He has laid for us, then we understand.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to go through challenges and experiences and
Mhm.
pain and
Mhm.
struggles before we can become the person that He wanted us to be.
Amen.
So everything is a preparation for the best version of us, because through those experiences we are molded into the person, the best that He wanted us, that He created us for. So
Amen.
that's very, very powerful and beautiful and so inspiring, Gemma.
Thank,
Now we have to go on our last break, and when we come back, let's talk about our leader, Gemma. Okay,
thank
so
you.
we'll be back after a short break.
Be back.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit DizonLawFirm.com.
All right, we're back, and let's read some more comments, and then we will talk about Gemma as the chair of one of the or the best organization in Texas. Anyway, August Likay, good morning. Beautiful to you, ma'am. Wow. All right. And then Ara Rekilman Ungria, all your story, Ma'am Gemma, so much appreciated.
Thank you.
Truly. And then Julia Reyes, thank you for sharing your story, Ma'am Gemma. I appreciate your story. Very nice. God bless you always, Ma'am Gemma. Take care always. Happy Valentine's again. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
we failed
yes. Thank
Valentine's.
you.
Yes. And then Jenica May Nonat, good evening, Texas. Ma'am MJ, Ma'am Gemma, Villamor Gulaksen. Wow, completo. Watching from Rubio. And then we have Ruby Vergara. Good morning. Watching from Pangasinan. We have Kobe Bryant. Who? Somebody's using Kobe Bryant anyway, but they say spelling, but okay. Good evening, Mom MJ and Mom Gemma, watching from Villasis, Pangasinan. I bet he's a fan of Kobe, of the late Kobe.
Right.
Juanita Kay Limos, welcome back, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, we're back. And do we have more? I think there's a lot of comments, but let's continue on, because I know Gemma has, again, she is a great entrepreneur. She's a wonderful sister, daughter, friend, everything. Like, she has been groomed into becoming who she is because she was faithfully following God's plan in her life.
Amen.
So one of that plan that God has put Gemma into is becoming the chair of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce Greater Houston region for 2026 to 2028. I know, Gemma, you've been part of PACC GHR for many, many years now. And all through those years, you have served into very significant roles, and you have helped the chamber grow, especially in membership. Because as you've said, you've shared how you are like an action taker. You are a go-getter.
Hmm.
Yeah. Enough of talking. Let's just do it. Okay. And
Yes.
I think that is your strength as a leader, because being part of the chamber, I've been part of the chamber for maybe almost 10 years now too, maybe 8, 10. And
Mhm.
I've seen how you led in the committees, especially again in the membership committee. And you are an instrument, or you are instrumental in growing the business, I mean the chamber. So tell us, all these years that you've been part of the chamber, how you come into realizing your goals and becoming the new chair.
It wasn't planned. I just like to serve the community and give back. I think that's my main purpose. And when when I joined the board, I see at first I saw the needs of us really to grow in numbers. So in numbers and in financials as well. In the beginning, it was not easy because there is the norm established with leadership in place at the time. It's like swimming against the current, as what I said. But nothing is impossible for me. That's me. Like if there's something in my heart and that's my goal, I believe that there's a change can only happen if you facilitate it. So I told many people there's three kind of person in this world when it comes to change. Somebody who just watch the change happen, or somebody just wait for the things to happen, or somebody just make it happen. So or someone who asks what happened. Right. So I told there's people who kind of dismay me not to join and stuff, but I see the potential of this organization, and there's a lot of Philippine American businesses that need not help, but more on support and more on like let's grow together rather than compete with each other.
Yes.
We need to go into that mentality that we are not a competition with other spa business or with other. I'm not their competition. The oceans is full of fishes that we can have. God has created all those resources for us to use. So there's no such thing of you don't need to be threatened by other Filipino entrepreneurs. We just need to grow. So I think the norm kind of slowly evolved, and now here we are with the new leadership of Attorney Eileen Ligot Dizon in the state level. That prompted me to kind of to pray. I pray, Lord, do I have something to offer when I want to run? At first, Margarita asked me, "Do you want to be the next chair of the chamber?" And I told Margarita, "There's so much on my plate, and I'm growing my business, and my husband is already retired. I need to kind of go wherever he want to go, so I have no time." But somehow or other, one morning, God instilled something in my heart, and it's like, okay, I will accept it. I will accept that challenge, and if people will vote for me, and then I will gladly roll up my sleeves and lead by example, right? So that's where I am now. We're in the second month of 2026, trying to empower each of the committee. The membership committee is my it's my love, like because I kind of really put a lot of my effort for my 9 years of being in the chamber to recruit and be inclusive and make people join us, and created biz mix and biz stops. And I'm so glad and so thankful. I was praying for a right person to lead that committee, and Mary Jane Osmania and Margarita Trong is really doing a great job. Shout out membership committee. It's really, they're on fire, and try to encourage your team, the youth,
Kami.
the Kami, or Somali or something. There's the new name of the youth of next generation, a younger entrepreneur. I'm trying to encourage you to put together, future projects and stuff, and business and development with Gary and Jessica Texan, Attorney Gary Ilagan. They have projects coming soon too. Same thing with the humanitarian, with Marilyn, Rolly de Mesa, and Raquel Harris. So they're also on fire. I know that the program committee is cooking something for our already for the Christmas party that we're going to have this year, and marketing and the social media marketing, Bobby Reyes and the team, they're putting something together as well. So I am blessed to be able to inspire and lead a very powerful person in the chamber. I'm grateful and honored that you guys choose me as your lead. I know I don't have a fancy word all the time. I rather do it. I mean, sometimes it's just like, let me just do it faster, than me telling you how to do it. But I think I need to learn and step back and listen. And it's also my personal growth. So not only the chamber growth that we're looking at, I'm also very grateful that personally, professionally, I'm growing of how to be a real leader with compassion and humility. It's a day-to-day check in on myself on uh, what is the real leadership mean, how can I inspire volunteers, because we all are volunteers in the chamber, and most of the time it's not easy, but I guess the power of prayer helps a lot, and claiming it. I'm claiming it from the universe that this can be done and this can be done with the powerful words that I'm claiming through Jesus Christ. I think I'm just grateful. I'm so grateful, MJ, to be here, and you guys know who I am in a nutshell before, but now you know me deeper. That I'm here to serve. Don't be intimidated. This is just me, because growing up poor and always proving yourself, going to Singapore, working there, always try to prove yourself of your worth, because growing up, I guess I did not feel worthy. So that's why growing up, there's always the inside of me trying to prove that I am worthy. So maybe that's why people look at me like, oh, she's. But believe me, guys, if you can open up my heart, you people that know me, you'll be glad you're my friend, because I can lay my life for a friend too.
Wow. And you're right. You know what? The more we get to know you, I think the more that we really appreciate who you are. Because, as you're right. Sometimes we are in these organizations, and our goal is to not just grow the organization that we serve, but
Mm,
also to grow in ourselves.
mm,
And if we're growing from inside out and
mm,
you are grounded, and what I really, really appreciate about you is you give God the glory of everything, and you ask ask God's guidance in everything that you do. And I think that's really the most important thing that have prepared you and made you for who you are. Because even for the man of your life, you prayed for it. Growing up as the oldest in the family, you always are prayerful. In everything that you do, you pray about it. So I think there's nothing in this world that you cannot do, because God is with you. God is guiding you. And you're right. Sometimes people don't know us, and so they have this impression of us. And you know how people are, we tend to be superficial, we tend to react, we tend to say things that we may not mean, but there's no basis. It's just
mm,
because we don't know the person that much. But
okay.
I've realized from just listening to you and having those encounters with you that Gemma is so genuine, and it's like you have the heart.
Mm,
And I may have not had the same impression all along, because, like you said, don't be intimidated, right? Yeah, sometimes people tend to be intimidating because they just want to just move. And not everybody can move the same pace as
Mm-hmm.
you do, because
Mm-hmm.
we have different personalities. But just listening to you and knowing you more, I mean, I just can't help but in awe. Like, I'm in awe on how beautiful you are as a person, because I too, I believe in God. I give glory to God with everything that I have achieved in life, with all the struggles, failures, everything God has given me. I know that he has a purpose, and I give him glory. And
Amen.
wow, I'm so inspired, and I'm just in awe.
Thank
I'm
you. I
just
am not like this for many years. I was baptized 2024, December 8th. And since
Mhm,
then, I see the transformation of my new Gemma compared to the old me. Like, I'm more at peace of myself, of my life, of the situation I'm in. I like when I take everything as a sign. I take all the people that I encounter as a gift. I appreciate every day of my life and thankful at the end of the day of my experiences right now. And I'm just, it's so amazing if you
mhm,
realize that there's actually a living God. There is a living God. And
mhm,
I don't know how I lived 5 years ago. Probably like a rat, running around like chicken without head, without peace in my heart. Like, I
mhm,
know I used to be a doer, but now I'm more like, okay, if I want to do this, I want to do this, but it's not in a stressed way. So
mhm,
I probably sounded like I'm stressed sometimes, but there's peace that knowing that it can be done,
mhm.
and it will be done. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Beautiful, Gemma. Oh my God. We already are at 9:02. I know we went a little bit over time, but it's
Thank
okay.
you.
It's okay. It's our first episode, season 8, and we have the wonderful Gemma as our guest. So, Gemma, for your last words or final advice, or just your word of wisdom that you can share to our viewers, tell us, express your. I'm just so inspired. I mean, I'm not kidding. You are inspiring all our viewers. That's including me.
No.
So, yeah.
So if um, an inspiration for everybody, don't take your situation as a punishment, or don't take your situation as a bad situation. Everything
Mhm,
that we're going through in our life have reason. There's always reason to learn, to grow, and to be strong. So when you fall, don't cry, laugh, because it's easier to choose happiness than sadness.
mhm,
And when you laugh and be happy about it, guess who's not happy? The devil. The devil
mhm,
don't like us to be happy. The devil want us to be running around and worried about things. So just count your blessings, because
mhm,
when you see the glass half full, it's wonderful. It's amazing. Just be thankful in anything. I teach my niece and nephew, if somebody opened the door for you, say thank you. Somebody give you napkin or whatever when you try to blow your nose, just say thank you. Be thankful and grateful,
mhm,
because life is wonderful.
mhm.
Thank you, MJ.
Wow. Woo, that is so, like, it's so profound. It's so beautiful. I'm so glad we had you as our first guest for season 8, because you have set the tone of gratitude, forgiveness, peace, and belief, faith. I mean, you have talked about so many things. And I think that's what the modern world need the most at this time. Because now, how the world is with all the chaos and everything, there's no peace. But
Yeah,
with God, if we have peace from inside out, I mean, we can enjoy this life. This,
exactly.
yeah, we only are given one life. So let's make the most out of it. Woo!
Amen.
It's so good. Anyway, I'm so glad to be in this show, to have the opportunity to inspire our viewers with their beautiful stories. This is what Be Bold is all about. We are not like the gurus out there who are bringing in the best or the high accolade uh guests
Speakers.
and all that, but we have stories, real stories that can actually inspire and empower us in our day-to-day lives, and that's what this show is all about. Oh my god, I can't stop talking, but I
I
have to.
know. Thank you so much, MJ. Thank you. Appreciate you. You know,
I know,
I've
but
I
we
know
are gonna choose, yeah.
we don't really hug much enough. Hug enough. I'm a hugger actually, so we
Mhm.
have not hugged enough. But thank you for
Yes.
inviting me here, and
Mhm.
thank you for all the viewers all over the world. And hope you
Yeah.
guys stay tuned for the season 8. Be boiled, why not? As there's
Yeah.
a lot more coming up and a lot
Oh my
more
goodness.
live lessons you can learn from here. Thank
Yeah,
you.
amen. And we are going to choose our winners now. By the way, our very generous guest is actually donating two of the winners. And so I'm picking two tonight too because it's our first episode of season 8. So we're going to have total of 4 winners for tonight. And look at that. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of comments. So let's see who our first winner is. Wow, that is so amazing. Let's see. Woo! Drum roll. Okay,
Alvin
Alvin
Reyes.
Reyes.
Woohoo!
Congratulations. Our first winner, Alvin.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, Alvin. Now let's see who our second winner is. Jingle Romero. Wow. We have
Woo!
repeat winners. All this, yeah, they've been very loyal to the
Congratulations!
show. So they've been winning. Yes. Let's see our third one. Ara Ungria. Wow. Wow.
Woohoo!
And then our final winner.
Would be. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yes. Drum roll.
So
And the
exciting.
final winner, Jenica Nonat.
Yes,
Congratulations to all our
congratulations.
winners. Yay. And you can message me via Messenger so you can claim your prize. Anyway, Gemma, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And I pray God will continue to bless you and shower you with well deserved blessings in this world. And I know that you're going to make an impact to a lot more people in the community and to everybody that you come across with. So thank you so much for your
Thank you, MJ. Such an honor.
vulnerability, for sharing your beautiful story to Be Bold, Why Not? It has been a pleasure having you in the show. And to all our viewers, good night, everyone. See you next Monday for another inspiring episode of Be Bold, Why Not?
Why not?
Good night,
Thank
everyone.
you. Good night, everyone.